On the night of January 23rd, 2012, I was heading down 90 towards Route 9 in a rollback with two postal vehicles on it. I was in a horrible accident on Route 9, and then the next thing I realized, I wake up in Albany Med.
I saw a flatbed tow truck with a postal service vehicle on the back and one behind it that it looked like it had been towing. And I thought, okay, well, maybe there was an accident involving a mail truck, and the tow truck was there to pick it up. And but as I went a little bit further, I kind of saw some people standing around the tow truck, and that's when I noticed that the tow truck was kind of right up against a tree, and that the front end of that was pretty well smashed up.
I later found out that the cab of the truck looked like an accordion. It was so smashed up and in so many pieces.
It was literally wrapped around the tree, both opposite sides of the front bumper nearly touching each other on the other side of the tree.
I'm not really sure of what happened or why I crashed that evening.
At that point, our main concern was he was still unconscious. So and with the laceration to his head, our main concern was that he had a head injury. So from there, our priorities became to manage his airway, make sure he was being oxygenated well enough. On the way to Albany Med, we managed to start an IV. Joe, the other paramedic, he called and talked to a doctor at Albany Medical Center, discussed a treatment plan, and the decision was made that we probably needed to intubate him to put a breathing tube down into his lungs so that we could assist his breathing, just in case, because of the head injury or any other injuries, his respiratory effort was going to decline. We wanted to be prepared for that.
My parents told me that I was in an induced coma for 3 days, and it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to get out of hospital care.
We got him to Albany Med, and in the trauma center, we were met by just a swarm of doctors and nurses and attendants and everybody, jumping on to take care of this guy. And I really thought that, we were gonna, if he, had survived that far, that they were gonna find something pretty bad, that he may have succumbed to a closed head injury, several days later.
Because of the Volusia Rescue Squad, I am living life to the fullest right now.
He had no significant neurological damage. He wasn't going to end up going to a rehab facility for any extensive stays or anything like that. I was quite impressed with that.
I came down here today to say thank you to all the squad members who helped save my life that day.